Hello everyone, my name is Jackie, and today I want to talk about my most anticipated releases of 2019. So there are going to be a lot of great books coming out, so I didn't really search for new releases, it's just sequels that are coming out that I'm excited about, or some books I heard about on the internet or from friends or from colleagues, and which I'm excited about, so I'm going to talk about them here. So the first one is The Wicked King by Holly Black, which is the sequel to The Cruel Prince. And this will be released on the 8th of January. So maybe it will already be out when I'm uploading this, I'm not quite sure yet. Yeah, it's again about Chute and about Prince Carden. So yeah, I don't really want to say too much about what's happening because I don't want to spoil anyone who may not have read The Cruel Prince. If you haven't, read it, it's fantastic. So yeah, that's the first book I'm excited about, and I will be able to read it very soon, hopefully. The next book on my list is The Frog, the Witch and the Worm by Christopher Paolini, which is a new Eragon book, which technically is released on the 31st of December 2018, but since I read Eragon in German, and the German edition is released on the 21st of January, I'm including it in this video. I don't know much what it is about. It has a very weird title, if you ask me, so I'm excited to see what he wrote and if it's any good. The 29th of January is the release day of King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, which is her new series about Nikolai. I will have to read Ruin and Rising before this, but then, yeah, I'm excited about it. I like Nikolai a lot. The next book is Superman Dawnbreaker by Matt Della Pena, which will be released on the 5th of March. This is the fourth and last book in the DC Icon series, which includes Wonder Woman, Batman and Catwoman, written by 4 great authors. Superman is about Superman as a child, about Clark Kent, and not a child, a teenager, Clark Kent, and yeah, him deciding if he should use his powers, if maybe finding someone else in Smallville with a secret. Yeah, I'm thinking a lot about the TV series Smallville right now. I don't know, maybe it will be a little bit like that. That's what I think about, at least. The next book is Song of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury, which will be released on the 7th of March and is the sequel to State of Sorrow, which is about a girl named Sorrow whose brother dies in an accident on the day she was born, and then her mother dies giving birth to her, and her father grieves a lot and kind of ruins her state, and she has to fix it, and that's the sequel to it, and it's a very great book. I can't wait to read. The next book is The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare, which is a new series. This time it's about Magnus and Alec. And yeah, I will have to finish reading her other books before I can get to that, but then I'm very excited about reading it. Because Magnus is fantastic and Alec is... Okay, honestly, I like the Shadowhunters show Alec a lot more than the book Alec, but we'll see. The next book I found quite on accident. It's called The Princess and the Fangirl and will be released on the 2nd of April, and it's a modern makeover of The Prince and the Pauper. It's kind of a sequel to Gigarella, so that sounds great. On the 9th of April is the release date of Through the White Wood by Jessica Leigh. It's about a girl named Katya with powers, and she accidentally kills some of her neighbors, the villagers, and then she's banished, but she finds a friend. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm excited for this because I read her other book. It was included in Fairyloot, and this plays in the same universe. Not the same series, but the same universe, which is great, and I can't wait to read it. The next book is Aurora Rising by Jake Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. They wrote some great sci-fi books together. This is another one. I don't know much what it's about, but it was just the cover and then this sentence that told me I need to read this. They're not the heroes we deserve. they're just the ones we could find. Nobody panic. I mean, that's amazing, yeah? So I really want to read this book. So if you're wondering, I'm looking down here because my laptop is here and I'm going to look which books I'm talking about. The next book is Finale by Stephanie Garber, which is the third and last book in the Caraval series, which I haven't read yet, but I really want to, so I'm excited that the third book will be available pretty soon, more accurately on the 7th of May. Oh, and Aurora Rising also will be released on the 7th of May. So, yeah, that's that. On the 21st of May will be released the book Kingsbane by Claire Legrand. It's the sequel to Furyborn, which I got an ARC in the Fairy Loot box, so I'm pretty excited to read this book about two queens living centuries apart, but both of them having the power to destroy or save the world. And yeah, it was an amazing book and I want to read the second one. On the same day, there will also be a new comic for The Legend of Korra from the Avatar: The Last Airbender TV series. And it's after The Legend of Korra. It keeps telling the story, and there will be a new comic and I can't wait to read it. On the 3rd of June there will finally be a physical copy of Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare. I haven't read the short stories because I didn't want to buy the ebooks one after the other. I want one book with all the stories, so I'm waiting for this and I can't wait. The next book is Shadow and Flame by Mindy Arnett. It will be released on the 4th of June and it's the sequel to Onyx and Ivory, which is about a girl whose father was a traitor and now she kind of wants to get her life back, and there's a kind of love story with a prince. So yeah, it sounds like the usual, but it was written very good and I liked it a lot. On the 11th of June is finally the release date of Rage by Cora Carmick. I mean, I hope it will be finally released, because the first book, War, was released 2 years ago. It was also included in a Fairy Loot box a long time ago, and yeah, she couldn't release it last year, so I'm really hoping it will finally come because this book was great. It's about people with elemental magic, kind of, and it's amazing. The 2nd of July is the release date of Queen of Ruin by Tracy Bangard, which is the sequel to Grace and Fury. It's about two sisters which kind of trade places. One of the sisters wants to be kind of concubine for the prince, but he takes her other sister and she does something. She tries to protect her sister, and so she gets thrown into prison and they're both trying to survive, and it's an amazing book. On the 9th of July is the release date of The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson, which I actually have an arc of. This came in the last Fairy Loot, so I'm going to read it before the release date. And yeah, the back says Aragon meets Enda Darken, which sounds amazing. It follows a fallen princess as she ignites a rebellion to bring back the magical elemental crows that were taken from her people. This sounds great, I can't wait to read it. And yeah. So for the next book there's still no cover available. It will be released on the 1st of October and it's The World of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, which will be an kind of official guide to the world, and since it's a very complex world I can't wait to read it. Sometime in November, it has no fixed date yet, will be released Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, which is the sequel to Skyward, his new sci-fi novel about a girl named Spencer whose father was a pilot fighting against the Krell, the aliens, but he was a coward, so nobody wants to let her fly because she's a coward's daughter, but she still managed to get into flight school and it's just about her time there. So for the next two books there's no release date yet. They just want to publish it in 2019. I hope they manage to do it. The first one is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, which is her first adult novel. It's set in a world where humans struggle to survive amid intricate hierarchies of demons, shifters, angels and countless other magical creatures. It tells the story of a half-human, half-sadist Society. I don't know how to pronounce it. And yeah, I'm absolutely in love with everything Sarah J Maas writes, so this is so exciting. The only thing better is if she just publishes, please, the next book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And lastly, also without a release date, is Court of Lions by Somaya Dodd, which is the second book of Mirage, which is a fantasy sci-fi book because it plays on another planet, but it's mostly fantasy actually. And it's about a girl who looks exactly like the princess, so she gets brought to the palace to be her double when she has to go places that could be dangerous for her. And there's also a love story. So yeah, that's all the books I'm excited for 2019. Of course, there are a lot more I want to read in 2019, 2019 books I didn't manage to read last year, or which I wanted to read for a few years now, or I'm pretty sure I will find some more books that I want to read throughout the year. But yeah, I had to narrow it down a little bit, so that's what I'm sharing with you now. So yeah, anything in there that you want to read, anything in there where you have read the first book or something like that, where you can tell me something about that if you want. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!